Welcome to the Daily Bread Bible Study, where my best friend Sandy and I are diving deeper into Scripture and sharing the nuggets we find. We hope it blesses you in some way. Luke chapter 6, verses 1 through 11. The disciples are picking grain on the Sabbath. The Sabbath was strictly bound by rules. Religious leaders built tons of extra rules around it, so it wasn't just God's law, but their own interpretations. Jesus says, "The Son of Man is the Lord of the Sabbath." That is huge. He's claiming authority over a God-ordained day. Jesus is showing that the purpose of God's law was always to bring life, not to restrict it. Helping someone who is hurting is more aligned with God's heart than following a rule that would stop you from doing that. The religious leaders are more into keeping rules because they believe that is how you honor God. They were more concerned with rules than people, and Jesus exposes a system where religion replaced relationship. Verses 12 through 16. Choosing the 12 apostles. Jesus prays all night before choosing the 12. So this wasn't something random. He took this very seriously and put a lot of thought into it. He sought the Father deeply, and it says he prayed all night before making a major decision. Some of the men were wildly different. So I love how Jesus brings people together who normally would not get along or be caught in the same room. Verses 17 through 19. Crowds gather and power flows. People from all over come for healing. It says power came out of him and healed them all. God's active presence is at work. Life was just flowing out of Jesus himself. It wasn't forced. It just flowed. He doesn't just talk about God's power. He carries it. He isn't just pointing people to healing. He is the source of healing. He is the place where healing comes from. Jesus is the source of life and restoration. Man, that is so powerful. Verses 20 through 26. Blessings and woes. Jesus says things that flip expectation. Blessed are the poor. Blessed are the hungry. Blessed are those who weep. But woe to the rich. Woe to the full. Woe to those always laughing. Okay, so that is a huge cultural shock. In that time, wealth meant blessings. So people assume God favored you. And that is still a belief today. People think just because somebody keeps getting blessed or looks like they lived a blessed life with money and all the things that they have, people naturally assume, man, God is really blessing that person. That's a blessed person. So what is Jesus revealing here? He's not glorifying suffering. He's exposing heart posture, your inner condition toward God. This doesn't mean if you have money or you do have some type of wealth, material things, that you're in trouble or that you're not saved. It's saying when you feel full, satisfied, and self-sufficient, you can become spiritually closed off. People in that position may not feel the urgency for God. They trust maybe in things like the comfort that they're living in, the success that they have, the stability instead of relying on God. They think they're good already versus a person who is struggling, searching, seeking, and aware that they do need help. They will accept the teaching, guidance, direction. They will simply receive. Need can create openness, while self-sufficiency can create blindness. That's the heart posture he's talking about. Don't let comfort make you forget your need for God whether you have a lot or whether you have a little. Verses 27 through 36. Love your enemies. Jesus raises the standard way up. Love your enemies. Do good to those who hurt you. This goes against human instinct and the honor/shame culture of that time. I think even now. But this reflects God's nature because he is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked. This is kingdom behavior, not human behavior, because naturally we want to defend ourselves, get even, cut people off emotionally, and only be kind to the people who deserve it. But kingdom behavior says, I won't let your ugliness make me ugly. I won't let your hatred teach me how to hate. I will reflect my Father. And this doesn't mean that you have to let people abuse you or that you're not able to put boundaries up. It just means your heart doesn't become poisoned by revenge. Loving your enemies doesn't mean pretending that evil is okay. It means refusing to become evil in response. Wow. I will reflect my Father, not my wound. That is deep. That is very deep. Verses 37 through 42. Judging others. First, remove the plank from your own eye. It's not saying never to discern. It's saying deal with your own heart first. Jesus is actually confronting blindness to our own condition. It's easy to see clearly what's wrong with others and be completely unaware of our own patterns. That's the plank that blocks your vision. Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is not just you're wrong, I'm right. But it's more like, hey, I'm correcting you for something that I haven't even dealt with within myself. That's why he says hypocrite. We have to make sure we deal with our own heart first. Examine yourself honestly. Let God correct you before trying to correct someone else. He's not saying stop trying to help people. Just make sure you deal with your own plank first, because when you do, you will become more compassionate, less harsh, and way more understanding, more accurate in helping others as well. Because you will know what it is like to struggle. And when you do skip that part and you don't work on yourself, you just seem to judge people wrongly. You can damage people and push others away from the truth instead of toward it. Going through our own journey and dealing with the planks in our lives will help people in a way that actually heals and not harms. Hypocrisy blinds people. Verses 43 through 45. A tree and its fruits. Good tree, good fruit. Spiritual insight here is your words and actions reveal what is really in your heart. Behavior is not random. It's rooted. What you do on the outside comes from something deeper on the inside. Your words, your reactions, your habits, your patterns, that's the fruit. The root is underneath, which can include things like beliefs, wounds, desires. Basically, what you're feeding on spiritually and mentally. Deal with that, because it's not just about dealing with the symptoms. Because once you deal with the root, that's when everything else starts to shift. Verses 46 through 49. Wise versus foolish builders. One builds on rock, which will withstand. One builds on sand, which collapses. So it's not enough to just hear Jesus, but actually do what he says. Your life is built on what you actually live out, not just what you hear. So, chapter 6 breakdown, number 1, it's not about rules, it's about heart. Number 2, God isn't focused on your position, but your posture, your heart posture. Number 3, it's not about retaliation, but radical love. And number 4, not appearances, but inner transformation. Deal with that heart posture. I keep seeing that. In every chapter, it feels like it's getting deeper and deeper. The heart posture. It's oh man. Heart posture, humility, and not asking God to take you out of the bad situations that can seem scary or things you don't want to face. But having Him help you through it, leaning on Him, learning to take direction from Him. This is what I keep getting, and it's getting deeper and deeper in every chapter. And I'm loving it. And I know there's so much more nuggets, and you can catch them throughout the chapters, but these are the ones that I am really catching at this moment and trying to get as much depth of it as I can. Yeah, I'm really loving the book of Luke, the Gospel of Luke. So thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope that some of this was beneficial to you and that it helped you in some type of a way. But I will see you guys on the next Bible study. Have a blessed one.